What is up, boys? Welcome back to one episode. We're now episode 4, right?
Episode 4 of
Episode 4
Intellectual
of the
Table.
Intellectuals Roundtable with your host, Jamie, Junta, both founders of Intellectualism. You can go check us out at intellectualismofficial.com or intellectualism at YouTube, where we do full-length self-improvement, human type style, in-depth into like one topic, completely solving one problem. So if that's something that's interesting for you, something that's unfiltered, like human type videos, 2 hours of just sitting there talking about a problem and really just solving that one problem, go check us out. I've mentioned it, and we have the links wherever the links are. But anyways, let's go about today's topic. I believe today's topic is efforts go unnoticed or something along the lines of that, honestly. And man, this is not even on your entrepreneur journey. This is just on your journey of being great. It doesn't matter if you're doing some, you know, basketball. You could be a mixed martial arts fighter. You could be anyone in this world studying, respect those guys studying for doctors, actually grinding their ass off. Efforts go unnoticed. And you have to get used to it. I love this quote from Alex Hormozi. He used to always preach this, and I've started to really see this in my journey of, becoming great, becoming an entrepreneur, doing something different in my life. And that's just facts because there'll be many times where you're working your hardest, you're studying, you're grinding, right? But everyone doesn't see that shit. They're just like, why are you being so lazy? Why don't you clean your room or some shit? And you're just like, bro, do you saw what the fuck happened prior to that? And there'll be even times where you just work on this massive project, but it fails. Get used to it. It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey of where you want to go. And this is why there's not many people at the top. It could be in any profession. It could be in mixed martial arts, it could be in music, it could be in doctors or whatever. There's not many people at the top for a reason. Why? It's because no one can keep kicking the can. It's extremely demotivating to literally see you build this project for fucking 2 years, maybe even 6 months, and it gets destroyed. People call it shit. You literally feel crushed. No one wants to keep going after that, but you will, right? You will watching this or listening to this podcast. And that's what I want to drill into your head today. And that is your effort will always go unnoticed, right? Especially on this path to becoming great. And that's fine. It's fine to fail, but it's not fine to not keep going. It's not fine to quit because that's not the mentality that we have here in intellectualism or you should have on your path to greatness, right? We're all about pushing, all about keep kicking the cans because look at us, look at our type of content, right? You look at the intellectualism channel right now. How many views are we at? How many subscribers are we at? I'm pretty sure we only had 8 subscribers compared
9.
to someone else that's doing like all those dopamine edits, right? It's tough, yes, but I know in the long term, when we actually start building like a real following, people will look back and they will really appreciate our efforts for staying authentic and just pushing through when no one wants to watch shit like that. Because let's be real, who wants again to sit through an attention span, a 50-minute attention span lecture with a shit attention span? No one wants to do that, right? No one's interested in the boring ass, bland, no edits, tumbling over the word stuff. No one is interested in that. They want to see the quick dopamine edits. They want to see the edited YouTube shots, but we don't do any of that. Why? It's because we put the people above anything. We don't put YouTube above everything. We don't take the algorithm's opinion. Fuck the algorithm. We take your opinions. You want to see valuable stuff. You want to see raw, unedited, just valuable solving one problems. Okay, we got it for you, right? And that's why I was about to say that's why we're able to stay at the top for a very long time, but we're not there yet, you know. But we're getting there. We're really just taking everyone's opinions, and we really want to help the people, not the machines, right? Yes, I can cater towards the algorithm, and I can make all these shorts, videos, and stuff that will get many views. Cool, but who is it really helping? Is it really helping you guys? Definitely not. It's destroying your attention span. I'm not giving as much value as I can because I'm uploading daily. Reducing the quality of my content. Will I do that for the people? Definitely not. The people want to see me take my time to actually create a meaningful lecture where I solve a problem where whether it be fucking your attention span, your focus, your inability to focus, whatever it is, we solve that one problem. And that's the mission of intellectualism. But Junta, what do you think about this situation? Because honestly, efforts go unnoticed. Pretty interesting topic.
Your parents, your friends, you will
Mm.
notice that you grind for who knows how long, like what Jamie said. You could be working on this project for 6 months straight. You lock yourself in your room for like so long and you leave the room and your mom suddenly comes to you and be like, "Why are you in your room all the time? Are you gaming?" She'll say shit like that, and you just
Yeah.
be like, "Dah, fuck, man." Because I think it happened to me a couple times with my father where I was grinding my ass off, and he's just like, "What do you think you're doing? Wasting your time on your PC?" I don't know what he said, and I was just like, "Really? Do you really know what I'm doing there? Do you really like track
Yeah,
my website and
that's
shit? Do you
normal. That is normal. Honestly, that is completely normal to feel that way because it actually happened to me yesterday where I was just chilling. Quick context. Actually, I'm not gonna go into context because I don't want anyone to pity me and shit. But TLDR, I was grinding my ass off. I'm grinding with this content. I'm making this daily podcast things. I'm actually doing the right shit. For once, I'm actually getting to somewhere. I'm really working hard. You know, on the channel every single day. That's basically what my life revolves around, right? And my mom just, efforts go unnoticed moment. She was just like, "Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? You're gaming all day. You're being all the picky and stuff." I was like, obviously at the time I wanted to go explosion mode. I want to be like, dude, and then just tell her everything like I've been doing this, I've been doing that. But you have to know that in those situations where those people really just shit on you, even though you worked your hardest, don't fight back. Don't say anything. Don't even react. Because in that situation in the past, I learned, and let me just share with you a lesson. Last time when my parents used to fucking shit on me for doing this entrepreneur journey, they'll tell me like, yo, go get a real job, go do something, go do something normal, be a normal kid. Well, I wanted to become great. And they will always like see me on the computer. They will see like, oh, what are you doing gaming all day? Go out and talk to some guys or some shit. What I would usually do in the past is I would explode. I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm working all these days. I'm working to free you guys and shit like that. Like just talking about all this garbage. But they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck because the truth is no one gives a fuck until you make it. You can fail all the times, right? You can fail 99% of the times and they'll laugh at you and they'll be like, yep, see, I was right. I was right. But when you get right the one time, those haters go silent mode. Those haters become your friend.
They do
And
not
that's when
disturb.
and that's when you identify the fake friends. That's when you're at the top. I'm not saying to be egotistical and stuff, but when you're at the top, that's when you really know that. That's when you really know the true colors of everyone that you've been hanging around with. Is that same friend that's always been with you ever since you were down? Is he treating you the same way? Or is he kissing your ass, serving you tea every single time, looking for that cash? You really need to identify those moments. And that's just some facts. No one in this world gives a fuck until you make it. This is some real shit, real talk, and that's tough. That's life, bro. But this is a part of your journey to becoming great. If you're listening to this right now, you want to become great. So this is what you're gonna face. You're gonna face people literally just being right 99% of the time. Like, yep, see, I knew it. I knew you're gonna fail. See, I knew it. Until you make it, that's when they go silence. They go silent mode. They go like, yo, I knew you were gonna make it, man. I trusted you. See, I believed in you and shit. But you know who, you know when you're at the top, right? So yeah, that's basically it for I mean, that's Jun, do you have anything to add on? Because I think we can add on more things to this efforts go unnoticed segment and people just not giving a fuck until you make it because that's just facts, bro. You only have to win once, right? And let me just give you a little bit of motivation before I let Jun speak. You only have to speak, you only have to win once, right, guys? You only have to win once. Think about it. You can lose, but you only have to strike gold once. Because when you win once, that's when momentum starts to build. And that's when I actually heard a quote from Warren Buffett. It's like, you just need to get to your first 100K or some shit. You just need to make 100K or something like that. And after that, everything becomes easy. That's true. You only have to just win once. And after that, you will know what to do. Momentum will start to build. And that's when things start to carry themselves. As long as you work on your character, which we did spoke about in the previous episode, you don't let ego take over. You don't let any of those negative character traits take over. You don't let your pride start to like shine through the roof and stuff. You'll be fine. But until then, keep losing. You will just keep losing. But you only have to just win once. And after that, life will change. Right. But what do you think about that?
The thing is, my dad likes to say, I don't care how hard you work. I don't care about your progress. I want to see results. The
Mm,
world revolves around results, not how hard you work, not how long the video is, but how valuable it is. What is the result that I'll get from watching this video? It's not how long it is. I think a lot of people like to play the numbers game, right? They like to, I mean, we talked about this in the previous episode where how a lot of people like to play the numbers game. They like to go for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours of work, of studying, just to feel good and just so you can show off to other people. Yeah, yesterday I worked for 10 hours and they'll be like, whoa, what the fuck? And all this stuff. But the thing is, no one actually cares.
Mm.
And it also doesn't matter because what matters is the results. How much did you get done? Rather than how long did you work and how long did you stay on the PC for 10 hours straight without actually doing anything at all? What matters is results. No one cares about how hard you work. No one cares whether or not you've fucking spent 10,000 hours on the skill. If you still can't play No Game No Life on the piano, no one cares. No one actually cares. They want to
Yeah,
see results.
that's facts. That's actually a really nice point. This world revolves on what you can give, right? It doesn't matter who you are. I'm not saying this just for entrepreneurs. I'm thinking about like UFC fighters, talking about like doctors, athletes, right? No one cares, no one cares if you've been in the training camp, or no one cares if you've been studying for 12 hours. No one gives a fuck. Can you pass the exam? Can you help me? Can you perform that surgery?
Mm-hmm.
Can you prescribe me the right medicines? Can you go out there and knock out that guy and give a very entertaining show to everyone else? Can you do
Mm-hmm.
that? If no, then shut the fuck up. I'm not saying this to put you down. I'm saying this to self note to myself as well. It doesn't matter if, yeah, you've been grinding 12 hours, but can you actually help people? Can you help people quit their addictions? Can you change people's life? If you can't, shut the fuck up, boy. Shut the fuck up. Get back in there because no one cares. And this is something that you have to get used to in your journey of self improvement or becoming great. Because I see a lot of people, they break down, they really work their hardest, they work their ass off, and like everyone just doesn't give a fuck because it doesn't even solve anything. And they're just like, oh shit. And then they kind of give up. They're like, oh, this is just not for me. Because that used to be me in the past, but it's a part of your journey, bro. As long as you know where you're going, you trust the process, you actually work hard every single day, you will get there, bro. You will actually be helping people because this world revolves around helping people. You look at the biggest companies in the world, right? You look at Tesla. I don't think Tesla's the biggest company, but you look at Tesla,
Yeah.
or you look at Microsoft. Let's look at this big brand, Microsoft, Apple. They're serving millions of people. I don't have an Apple phone, I have a flip phone, but you have an Apple phone in your hands and it's serving you value every single day. You're able to entertain yourself, take pictures and record memories, right? They are helping people. What are you going to do for me, right? I'm not saying this to do for me, but what are you going to do for the people out there? What is like, what are you going to study for, right? If you're studying all this shit, you're studying for 12 hours, what is it going to do? Are you going to help cure my dad that has an illness? Are you going to prescribe me the correct medicine when I'm sick? That's what really matters. It's not about the hours spent and stuff. It's what you can do for the world. So start drilling that kind of mindset in your brain. It doesn't matter if you study for 12 hours, 10 hours. Don't give a fuck, bro. No one gives a fuck. It's whether you can help them. And yes, it's tough. It's like, oh, fuck. In this world, everyone just wants what's best for them. It sucks. You can throw a fit, you can throw a tantrum, or you can just, you know, go ghost mode, shut the fuck up, and start helping people. Because that's what I started to realize more, right? I used to complain in the past a lot, like, oh, people are just really selfish and stuff like that. Everyone just wants the best for them. Until one day I just realized that arguing was not getting me anywhere. I just shut the fuck up and I just started helping people for real. I stopped hiding shit behind a paywall. And that's the whole premise of intellectualism. We don't fucking
Mm-hmm.
hide shit. We started actually giving, right? And eventually, when you help the right people, when you help many people, they'll give back. The world just gives back. That's just how it works, right? You don't give shit and you don't get anything back. That's just not how it works. You have to give before you get, right? And you have to give for a long ass time, right? That's how the world works. You have to give for a longest time before you get uh before you even get any returns. And this is the actual same thing about brotherhood, which we'll talk about right now. You have to start giving more than you take for a very long time. And this is why it's so important in this modern era to really have a brotherhood, to really have someone that really gets your back, especially on your journey to greatness. Because I hear a lot of these videos out there in specific like motivation type videos. They used to always talk about the lone wolf. They try to act cool, and bro, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds cool. You see in the anime that guy just in the woods there fucking with like no eye or some shit. It looks cool with the fucking
Yeah.
katana or some shit, like the lone wolf, the guy that's always so scared of, and you want to implement that in the real world. But hey, there's a reason why lone wolves exist in the anime and not in the real world, because no one fucking succeeds as a lone wolf in here. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care who you are. You literally look at the top guys. Does it look like Microsoft is being run by Bill Gates himself? No staff, by the way, just Bill Gates running everything in the machine. Or is the CEO, or if Mark Zuckerberg is running Facebook or Meta on his own? Obviously not. He has a team of people. right? He has his support system. He has like managers and stuff like that. So you need that kind of support. And lone wolf is just a myth. If you really think right now, you're sitting there and you're like, I'm gonna make it alone. Fuck the employees, fuck people. Everyone's treated me trash. The world's treated me like trash. I'm gonna do it on myself. You're not. You're a fool, bro. Honestly, you're a fool, right? And we used to be in that mindset, Junda. Can you actually talk about your experience as a lone wolf? Because I'm pretty sure Junda was a lone wolf prior to this, actually.
I was gonna say, just imagine the Pornhub CEO doing everything himself, fucking recording all the porn scenes himself.
Yeah. That's not fucking
Talk
possible. They
about
don't
that.
do that. Imagine YouTube, they're going to record all the videos themselves. Like, oh, fuck all the content creators. I'm going to record my own videos. Obviously not. That's not how it works, you know? But, Junda, please.
I mean, when Jamie talked about lone wolf, I was about to say as well, this is why you don't see harems in real life as well. If you know, you know why, you know what we mean. It doesn't fucking work in real life.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that happen in fiction just can't happen in real life because it's very unrealistic. And of course, people like drama, people like exaggeration. But being a lone wolf, it's just look at everyone on top, honestly. Just look at everyone on top. Look at Jeff Bezos. I mean, not I don't know Jeff Bezos. Look at Elon Musk. Look at the guy who made Apple, Steve Jobs,
Steve
any of
Jobs.
them. They
Mm.
always they always have someone, some sort of round table. Like even kings, like the great kings, not the shitty ass kings, but like someone like Marcus Aurelius. He has a round table of people that he takes advice from. I think I heard from Queen Elizabeth or some shit. She, I'm not sure which one, but she had a round table of people that were intellectuals, and she always asked advice for them. When it comes to like engineering, she asked a specialist for engineering. She wouldn't, you know, think herself because she can't. You can't run a kingdom by yourself. You can't run a business by yourself. You can't become great by being yourself. You need coaches, you need mentors, you need people that you can trust, you
Mm.
need a family, you need a support system. You just can't make it alone in this world. There's a reason why nature is there's a forest, you know. You don't see a tree standing alone, you know. You don't see a tree standing alone acting like a king. There's always, you know, like look outside you. Why is there a forest? Why is there a bunch of trees together clumped like a family? There's no such thing as a lone wolf. You won't see a lone tree. That doesn't fucking
Yeah.
exist.
Actually, just to add on that point, this is me throwing shade at the self-learning community because I think it's all bullshit, honestly. And we used to come on back now, we were like, yeah, we're gonna learn it on ourselves, fuck everyone and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But the truth is, bro, even I'm not even saying this for entrepreneurs, right? You can't run a business. I'm saying for like students, for athletes, you cannot become, I swear to you, you cannot become a UFC champion alone with no coaches, nothing. Train on yourself. Shadow boxing, no sparring partners. You cannot reach the top. Same goes to for a fucking guy that's like studying for becoming a doctor or whatever. You cannot reach the top by just learning by yourself and just opening the books and stuff. No, you need a teacher there. You need a mentor. You need someone to hold your hands. You need friends that you can learn from and hold each other accountable. You need that kind of stuff, right? And that's why lone wolf is just the whole concept is just bullshit. It's complete bullshit. You look at even let's not even say coaches or whatever. You still need people around you. You still need that friend group. You see like the UFC gyms or whatever, they have sparring partners. Sparring partners. You look at like study groups and stuff. Study groups. There's no study on yourself kind of bullshit. There's always gonna
Study
be
wolf.
there's no bullshit that obviously when you're studying, study alone. Completely understandable. But outside of that, you still have your own friend group, don't you? You still have a group of people where you just talk to and get great ideas. You know, you just say like, hey, how do you study? Oh, I study using a timer or some shit. And then you're like, oh, I didn't know you can study with a timer. And then you try it out. Everyone just grows together. That's how it's supposed to be like. You know, when you're growing a business, there's no such thing as the lone businessman or some shit. You have a team of people. You know, you have someone that's in charge of like your money. You're someone that's in charge of like content ideas. You talk to people, right? No, it's just bullshit. Honestly, complete bullshit. Like, there's a reason why it's called fiction. There's a reason why it's called fiction. It's because it's not real. You know, you don't see any of those lone wolf, the lone assassin or whatever. Even I'm not even gonna go there. I was gonna talk about like mafias and shit, but let's
Uh,
not even talk about that real. There's like the side point, but yeah, this is why it's so important these days to really just find your group of people. So actually, this is actually some advice for those people on self improvement because self improvement. Oh my goodness, man. Self-improvement. Where do I start? This concept of self-improvement. That's why I'm so anti-self-improvement, even though we are
yeah.
technically a self-improvement channel in a way. That's why I'm so against it, is because a lot of self-improvement advice is centered around just monk mode. You know, everyone just wants to go in like like everyone just shut the fuck up. Let me just grind on my own thing. But you can't do that. You have to at least talk to like at least one guy. You have to have someone there with you. That's why I'm here with Jutta, right? I can't be doing this shit, running this intellectualism stuff alone. Like, oh, I'm gonna edit the videos, I'm gonna do the marketing, I'm gonna do all that. Like, no, you can't fucking do that. It's just not fucking possible, right? So, Jonah, what do you think about this? Because lone wolf and just self-improvement space preaching about monk mode, going alone and stuff. I just think it's nonsense.
I
I,
just thought about something.
I just think it's complete nonsense. But yeah, continue.
No, I just thought there's something funny about this lone wolf thing. Have you ever seen like an actual wolf that's alone? You
No.
know, have you ever seen an actual wolf that's alone? You see, you know how ridiculous that sounds. Like people say lone wolf, lone wolf, lone wolf. But have you actually ever seen a wolf that's alone? That's not with his pack? Well, you don't see it because he's dead. He's actually dead because there's a reason why they call it a pack of wolves, a pack of hyenas. They don't say lone wolf. That doesn't fucking exist. Even the concept itself is ridiculous, and they're trying to apply it to real life.
This is actually a YouTube short moment.
Yeah, it's actually a YouTube shot moment, but
That's some facts, yo. Yo, guys, that's some facts. Really think about it. Okay, when you're talking about lone wolf, okay, let's talk about wolves for a second. They okay, fine. Maybe there will be times where you see a lone wolf, but they'll always return to their pack. That's just how anything works. Have you seen have you seen a lone squirrel? Have you seen a lone squirrel? Maybe a fucking a lone bird or some shit. You don't see that. Birds always fly together, right? You see
yeah.
squirrels, they always like have their own habitat. That's just how we work. You know, it's nature. It's just how we work. Humans are not supposed to be alone. Animals are not supposed to be alone. We're never supposed to be alone. We're supposed to be around people. You think about those caveman days. That's what the people like to talk about, right? Red pill, self improvement. They always like to talk about the caveman days, eat a natural diet and stuff like that. If you don't talk about that, look at the caveman days. No caveman was alone really just conquering the whole jungle or some shit. There's no fucking such thing. That, like what Jinda said, that guy will be dead. That guy will literally be dead by other tribes. They were going to hunt you down with their army of men or whatever. And you don't even have to look back at the caveman. Let's look about like a few years ago, back to the Spartans and stuff like that. They had a team, right? Militaries, people who go to the front line, World War One, World War Two, they have teams.
Mm-hmm.
So same applies for business because business, in a sense, or any pursuit to greatness is a war, right? If you've been in this space and you've actually like, you know, pursued greatness, you will know that this is war. And that's why you need your teammates. You need someone that has, in charge of the missiles. You need some guys with the pistols and stuff like that. You need a team. So yeah, that's just some ridiculous stuff, man. Have you actually seen a lone wolf? I don't think so. I don't even think I've heard of the concept of an actual lone wolf. They're always moving in packs. Even if there's one guy going alone, he's always returning back to the pack. So it's just a funny concept that I don't honestly. But yeah, Juno, what do you think?
The whole self-improvement concept of monk mode.
Yeah, or like the lone wolf, just like complete PS. It's appealing. It's sellable for sure. It sounds cool. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm not in this um wolf shit. I don't know what is wolf shit. It's cool. It sounds cool to go alone, be the dark side. It's cool, but it's not realistic, guys. It's like a harem. Sounds cool. You see in your favorite animes and stuff, then a harem, all this 5,000 girlfriends and stuff. It sounds cool, and it is cool, but it's just not realistic. Especially if you want to be there for the long term, it's not realistic. But what do you think, Julia? Do you think we can wrap up? I'm pretty sure that's pretty much what
That
today's video is
is
about.
that is a great ending for us.
Yeah. So just to recap to you guys, efforts go unnoticed, get used to it. No one gives a fuck until you make it. And lows are bullshit. If you don't have some guy with you right now, if you're listening to this podcast alone and you don't have a team and you want to go start off your entrepreneur journey alone or your pursuit to greatness alone, it's a foolish move. Go actually find people you can talk to, right? When you doesn't even matter if you're an entrepreneur, if you're like a student trying to study or whatever, there's always going to be study groups where you can go enter yourself and really just give value to the group and the group will give you value back. That's how we're supposed to evolve as humans. We evolve through communicating and growing with each other, not alone, right? That's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And
Wait,
yeah,
one more.
sorry.
Jamie forgot to talk about how no one cares about the process. No one cares about your hard work.
Mhm.
People only want results. That's the last thing.
Yeah, last thing to add on. But that's it for today's episode. You know, I'm not gonna do a CTA again. I'm pretty sure I did it in the start of the video, but again, let's just do a quick CTA. If you guys want more stuff from us, if you really like the podcast, but you really want more value from us, go check us out at Intellectualism. That's on YouTube, Intellectualism, or intellectualismofficial.com. That's our actual website. But that's it for today's episode. I'll see you guys soon.